Good evening, guys. Ignore the bad backdrop. That would be the wonders of 1970s wallpaper. Today's video is one that I really don't want to do. I don't want to have to do what I have to do, but it is what it is. The tow rig has a rod knock, and first gear is not healthy. So, over the next few months, we're going to be pulling the engine and transmission out of the tow rig and hunting down, hopefully, a K20 and a transmission. If not, we'll probably just rebuild the D-Series and rebuild the transmission and put it in there. On that note, I have to have a tow rig. Not tow rig, a vehicle for work. So, I went out today and I finally broke down and dropped good money on a decent-ish vehicle. It's really nice inside. It needs some cosmetic work, but I can live with it. We'll be releasing that tomorrow, but on that note, that just ate our entire playroom in the budget. We're going to have a little bit when overtime picks back up in the spring, but for now, overtime's going to be fading off. We're going to be dropping back down to 40-hour weeks, and I have to stick to my 40-hour budget. I budget everything around 40 hours, so the overtime's free money, it's fun. But when we drop to 40, fun goes away. Literally, we're down to $120 left over every month after bills, so it's not a lot of room to play with. That doesn't even get a track day, so. On that hard note, next pay cycle, so 2 weeks from tomorrow, we're going to hit Huntsville's testing tune with Suzi-Q with a full bottle of nitrous on the 75 shot, which I have tested, and it is great fun. And we're going to get our 590. I don't care what it takes. And if we have nitrous left over, we're going to pull the carbs to a fast on-track jet change. And we will get you guys a video of a hit on 105 horsepower of nitrous. That should be 270-ish, 275 horsepower at the rear wheel on a bike that blows up at 300. So hopefully it doesn't blow up. From that point, Suzi-Q will come home. The bottle will be emptied and stored in the house. Nitrous solenoids will be pulled off and stored in the house. All lines will be capped. We're going to drain the race fuel out, idle it on 93 octane. It will not detonate at idle. It's not going to have enough hit to do anything. And that is going to be laced with a lot of Stabil. We'll run it, get it good and warm, and fog the motor to death so that I get good oil coverage all the way through the cylinders, spark plugs, all the way out that exhaust that's already rusting out, because race fuel has that habit. At that point, we're going to pull the carbs, clean them, oil them lightly, do whatever we need to do to protect them on inside storage, and they're going to be placed into storage. Suzi-Q will receive caps where the carbs are, plug in the exhaust, and cap off all the breathers. Drain the oil, we'll pour fresh oil in it, air the tires up to full pressure, relieve the suspension, and it will be stored. We'll probably bag the bike. This will be until minimum overtime comes back up, which will be about race season next year. Maximum, it could be out to a year, which sucks. So we'd be next year this time pulling it out and getting ready to build again. It's all dependent on the budget, guys, and this can change in the spring because we get cost of living maybe, and a few other things that'll come into the equation, and a few debts may drop off that'll add money back. If I can drop off some of these bigger debts, budget comes back, we'll be back to racing. But in the end goal of this whole project, Suzi-Q has a hard end goal now, and it's a long shot goal. We have little goals we've been targeting. 6-second pass. We achieved our goal this year. We got a 6-second. Now we're shooting for the stars this year for our big hard target goal, and that was 590s. We'll probably be there in 2 weeks when we go to the track. We are there. We just don't have the slip to prove it. So once we get the 590 pass, go out and have a holy shit pass. Hopefully it's a low 5. Well, if we get a 590 with that spray, mathematically, based on what it's been doing and what most nitrous bikes do, we'll get like a 560, 550. So it'll be a mid 5. And then, anyway, off subject. It's been a long day. Made some stinking hard decision. Spent a lot of money I didn't have to spend. But anyway, we got the longest term goal. 5-year goal for Suzi-Q right now, okay? It's a long goal. I want to have a paid off, good quality tow rig. Something I can road trip in, not worry about, and get decent-ish mileage in. I want at least a 12-foot by 6-foot with 6-foot ceiling, 7-foot ceilings, V-nosed enclosed trailer, single axle for Suzi-Q, a toolbox, anything I want with a generator and air conditioning in it. That would be my track rig. Okay? And then Suzi-Q, I want her down in the high 4s. So she's got a long way to go from there because we've hit the low-hanging fruit. We've gained a lot. Now we've got to push for the harder gains. And that's going to come with durability. Rods, studs, losing weight off the crank, heavier clutch, slipper clutch, air shifter, all the good jazz that's going to get me where I need to be. Weight reduction, I'm looking at wheels. I found a set of wheels. We may see what profit sharing brings next year. I'd rather use that to knock the budget down to have smaller increments to race throughout the year and then do the next profit share. So that'd be year 2. They're $2,400. Carbon fiber wheels for a Bandit. They're light. And then we'll be looking into chassis modifications, rake, longer swing arm, better suspension, removing the full-size fuel cell and going to a smaller cell, dummy tank, things like that. There's a lot of things we can do to make Suzi-Q fast. We could get her down in the low 4s. We could go all the way to Pro Mod chassis. I don't care what I gotta do. Anyway, 5-year goal. 498 in the 8th mile. Enclosed air-conditioned track rig to be able to work on the bike in comfort at the track. Vehicle to tow said rig with air conditioning. Now, of all those goals, the most expensive of those is the tow rig itself. And that is what tomorrow's video will cover. It needs a little work to make it look real good, but it is a nice vehicle. A whole lot nicer than anything I've ever owned. So, thanks for sticking around, guys. There will be content. Suzi-Q is going to go back burner after the next video for her. From there, we will focus on content from rebuilding the Civic or building the Civic. We'll see. Thanks for watching, guys. Keep watching. Thanks for subscribing, those of you who have. If you know anyone who might like the channel, please reference it to them. And if you're just checking the channel out for the first time, please subscribe. Suggest any content below in the comment section. Anything that's budget friendly, maybe stupid, but budget friendly, shoot it to me. I got tons of fun we can have. If I get a K-Series, that's another one I was going to put out there. If I find a K-Series with a manual trans behind it, and I decide to put it in that car, Suzi-Q's nitrous kit will go on that car. And we'll see what we can do. We'll go out on the street, see if we can blow it up, have some fun. Transmission's going to blow up first. But, well, you never know. I got a rod knocking, so. Have a beautiful evening, guys. Thank you for watching.